Came back next year. I was on the team. I say as far as me being on that team, that was the best year as far as physical conditioning because they actually made sure we were somewhat physically fit. Not to my liking. I would like if they trained us a little bit more. I would have hated it at the moment, but in hindsight, I would have been like, it's a good thing they did that because then we won all those games. I mean, we didn't win a whole lot. I think we only won like 2 games, but I don't care. Anyway, playing was great, but even back in sophomore year, really throughout my career, my middle school and high school career, I had a terrible time with students from 7th grade all the way up to 12th grade because we place I live at used to be a sundown town. If you don't know what that is, look that up. I'm not going to sit here and explain that because I'll be here for like an extra 20 minutes. But this place used to be a sundown town, and actually no, real quick, I'll explain it real quick. Basically, if you're not white, specifically if you're black as well, especially if you're black, and you're in a town full of white people, like let's say this town, and it's like let's say after 6 p.m., then you better make sure no one sees you because they're either gonna call the cops or just get you themselves, and you probably will not be going home ever again. Like you'll get killed, basically. Um, so yeah, I ended up having to go to school with people who were offsprings of the people who grew up in that environment and people who were offsprings of the offsprings of people who grew up in that environment. So I ended up having to go to school with a whole bunch of a-holes, a whole bunch of people who didn't know how to act, a whole bunch of people who were weird, people who didn't know how to talk to black people, and just people who were just bullies in general. I mean, there were some nice people here and there, but it really wasn't a great experience. So that relating that to lacrosse, I had to deal with those same type of people in lacrosse, including a specific black person who was always kissing white people's ass. But I remember in sophomore year, he made me cry because he was saying something I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Back then, I couldn't really control my emotions that much. Nowadays, I'm kind of like numb to a lot of shit. Or like not numb, but like I hold in a lot of my pain and I'm numb at the same time. So it's like at the point now where I don't even realize that I'm supposed to be sad at this point, you know. But anyway, didn't really like people on the team. Some of them were cool, but I didn't really fuck with them anyway. Oh wow, I'm going on way too long. I probably should end it right here. But yeah, didn't have a fun time in my junior year and my senior year. Senior year was the worst for me in lacrosse. Oh, terrible. It was like senior year for me in lacrosse was akin to someone making a bad joke and trying to save it, and the joke is getting worse and worse and worse. Like it was that bad. I mean, well, it didn't get too worse, but it, if things kept going, or if like I don't know, if I had a whole another year to be on that team, and I had to go back to that team, then I would have been kicked off basically because I couldn't take it after a while. I really couldn't. The team was trash. They didn't do a whole lot of physical conditioning. A lot of hot heads on the team. We got new coaches, and they didn't know how to really discipline us the right way. So a lot of people were doing dumb stuff that literally almost took out the entire club, like legally took out the club to the point where like we almost wouldn't have a club for Center Grove. So I don't know. Oh, I just said the school I went to. Yeah, Center Grove High School. Yeah, might as well say the town too. Greenwood, Indiana. Yeah, you just put out my stuff by accident. But yeah, we almost didn't have a club for it because people, while we were going to games, we were in the bus. People in the bus kept like throwing stuff out of the windows and everything, and people kept reporting back to the head of the team and to the school as well. And the school would tell the head of the team like, "Hey, y'all need to fix this, or else y'all not gonna have a club." They sat us down multiple times, and it still kept happening. I don't know if they have a club. I don't know if the club is an official sport of Center Grove now, but from what I know, the team never got disbanded or anything. But yeah, Center Grove was trash. Um, yeah, Center Grove as a whole is trash, in my opinion. Sure, they got by now, well, yeah, by now I know for a fact that they got more black people there, but that doesn't mean anything. You can have a black person running a company, it can still be racist, you know. So there's that. But then went to college. The experience was a little bit better, but I was dealing with coaches who wanted me to comply and conform to subservient behavior. Basically, they want me to be their bitch because I'm one of the three black people on the team. One of those black people already having a white girlfriend, already being mixed, which isn't a problem. But take into account that his white girlfriend is racist. He himself, I mean, sure, he's mixed. I don't know his history, so I'm not going to say, oh, he's confused, he doesn't know what race he is. But actually, no, he doesn't. Because I remember him specifically saying, oh, I don't consider myself African American or black or whatever. I'm like, okay. And then on top of that, like, I mean, sure, he's like friends with the people on the team who are pretty much majority white, but I'm pretty sure they made jokes about him being black and everything or whatever. Because one of the other team members' mothers mistake me for him, and this guy's a tall, light skinned dude, and I look nothing like him. And that goes to show the mindset of a lot of people, a lot of people on that team, because that was one of the team members' moms. You see what I'm saying? And then she said that she kind of rude too. By the way, ooh, I should have not went off the handle, but I should have been a smart aleck about it. Be like, yo, get your mom. She being fucking dumb. I should have called her a dyke or some shit. Nah, but yeah. And then there was the third person. His name, whatever. Third person. He's cool, but I think he just wanted to get along. I think he didn't want to cause no trouble, really. So he was just there to get along. So I kind of get it, and like in a way, he ended up kind of actually being friends with some of them too. So he's like cool with them. But me, I wasn't going for that bullshit. And then plus, I was still kind of like introverted a little bit, so I didn't really make much friends. Even so, if I did, I'm pretty sure I didn't. Because there were times where I was cool with them, other times they didn't give a fuck about me, which was most of the time. Because these niggas would not really talk to me at all. I couldn't get a fucking ride from anyone else because after a while, the roommate I was with was on the lacrosse team, and this pussy ass nigga. At the time, I knew I had narcolepsy and everything, and this pussy ass nigga, instead of dealing with the motherfuckers in the car who kept messing with me after every practice, where I would clearly get tired because I use up a lot of energy. Thus, I'm gonna have a narcoleptic episode, and I go to sleep in the car. These motherfuckers keep poking me, and then I get mad at them for poking me. Instead of him confronting them or asking me, yo, I need to stop doing that, and then I explain it to him, no, he goes to his parents. So that's that guy. And then I ended up getting him the fuck out of the room because I was like, I'm not going to deal with you being a pussy, and then taking my shit in my room or in our room and putting it somewhere else. And to act like that shit never even fucking happened, nor ever even addressing it. So, got him out. And then I ended up leaving the lacrosse team anyway, because like I said, coaches want me to perform. We were throwing balls at the cages one time, and they said everyone has to pick up the balls that missed the cage. Me and Depot did it, because me and Depot, our skill wasn't as great as everyone else's. So we did it, but no one else did. And the coach didn't say anything to anyone else but me and Depot. And I just stopped. And like, I think the fifth time or third time I threw the ball in the cage, I stopped. I was like, I'm not getting the ball. No one else is getting the ball. And they were like, Zach, just get the ball. Like, no, I'm not doing that. So he told me to leave, and I'm like, I can't leave. I don't have a car. And it was like, okay, well, just go over to the tennis court. Tennis court has a huge wall right next to it, so I just went over there, packed up my stuff, and just waited until practice was over. Then talked to the coach, and it was the assistant coach who told me to do that. And he's ironically a redhead, so this guy was going off the handle anyway. And then when they came over, well, the assistant coach and the head coach, they talked to me. Assistant coach was going off the handle. Head coach was calm. He seemed like he was almost on my side. Day was done. That was it. Didn't hear about it for a good few days. Not even alumni game. There was one other game that we went to. All of a sudden, I couldn't play for some random reason. So I was up in the, like way up in the stands doing something. Like, I don't know, videotape or some shit. And like our team was all the way over there on the other side of the field. Which, I mean, I kind of figured out what was going on, clearly. But Oh, no, because they said, oh, it's a varsity game, but nigga, there's hardly enough people for it to just be varsity anyway. There really wasn't. There was niggas who were playing. No, I think he said, oh, because of my grades or some shit. My grades or some shit for that one, but I think he also said varsity for that one as well. Either way, it didn't matter because last I checked, there was like two other people on the team whose grades weren't that great, and there was other people who were playing who were not varsity, and they were playing. And come the alumni game, all of a sudden I can't play because of my grades. But it's an alumni game that has nothing to do with your grades being good. It's just it's literally no different if we split the whole team in half and go at it. It's no different. You're just having older niggas who used to be on the team coming back to play the younger niggas who are on the team. So apparently I can't play it because of my grades. So, and on top of that, I can't even sit with the fucking team again. So I'm sitting here in the stands. I'm like by myself in the stands, not even around other people, just by myself, and it's cold as fuck out there. So I'm like, all right, fuck this shit. I'm about to go home. I'm about to go and get something to eat, which is exactly what I did. I left. I didn't have a car, so I literally just walked all the way to a restaurant, grabbed something to eat, walked all the way back to my dorm, ate, went to sleep. Didn't give a fuck. Niggas got mad that I did that shit. And then went to the superintendent and the counselor. They were cool about it. They were like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, they're making it seem they were on my side. 3 weeks later, all of a sudden they're not on my side. I can't even get in a word in edgewise when I talk to the superintendent of sports. He's mad at me for whatever dumbass reason, and the counselor. He told me something about waiting in the cut because he's a black dude, so he was trying to kind of like be on my side. But I took it as like I took it as like a bad thing because I'm like, because even though he said wait in the cut, he still changed up his entire story about it. He like I remember him saying like something along the lines of like, oh yeah, you probably shouldn't have did that. Like I'm like, what are you talking about? Like literally everyone else was not going to get their balls, and we were about to run our balls too, by the way. And me and Depot had to go get it. And by the way, I didn't even take this as a race thing. I just took it as them being unfair to people on the team whose skill isn't as great as the other people on the team. So the race thing was an issue, but it was clear as day that it was because just so happened that the only two people on the team who weren't that great were black people. Sure, there was another black person who had a better skill than us, but this motherfucker didn't even believe that he was black, had a racist white girlfriend, and probably gets made fun of by the other team and just takes it. So yeah, there's that. What else? This video is probably 50 minutes. You know what? I'm gonna end it here. Forget it. I'm gonna end it here. So thanks for watching. Video is way too long, so it's probably gonna get cut in 2 parts again. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. Okay. Once I get an actual camera where I can edit, then maybe this might work. Until then, no. So I'll see y'all later.